What is going on, Jerome's? Happy Saturday. A week and a half-ish into training camp. Night practice is down. Vikings are going to have their first preseason game next Thursday in Seattle, and want to take a look at how some of the Vikings freshmen are doing this year, draft picks as well as selected UDFAs, including linebacker Ivan Pace Jr., third-round pick quarterback Mekhi Blackman, as well as first-round pick Jordan freaking Addison. That's right. So going through of how the rookies have done so far in camp. First round pick Jordan Addison. Now, didn't do great before camp, but now he's come in and he's put his head down. He's done the work and he's making plays. He's making some great sideline grabs. He's got the toe drag swag, which is an underrated aspect coming into the NFL, because, I mean, college you need 1 foot. NFL you need, you need 2 toes, 2 feet, or an elbow, and also you need to maintain the catch throughout the act, all that stuff. Other than that, it's like explaining football rules to someone who didn't grow up with football. It's going to be extremely explain what a catch is. But he and Kirk are developing some nice chemistry, and Addison has been vacillating between the 1s and the 2s, and I think the Vikings got a really special player here. I really do. And I think that he's going to show up and show out. He'll play a little bit of preseason, but I think that you just want to get him ready for the regular season, and I think he's going to be dynamite, man. He's going to be so good. Like, he's such a squeaky clean route runner. He lives getting separation, and he's going to be feasting against single coverage cornerback 2s. All damn day, man. Third round pick, number 102 overall, quarterback Mekhi Blackman, coming out of USC. Teammates Addison. It's kind of fun watching them go back and forth every single day, just like they did last year in LA. But he's been mixing in the 1s, both outside as well as inside. Does have that flexibility. And I actually do think that there's a strong chance that the starting 3 for week 1 will be Blackman and Caleb Evans on the outside, and Byron Murphy in the slot. Starters as Evans and Murphy, because I think clearly Flores had a big hand in deciding what cornerback they would take. There's a glut of really talented corners in the middle of the draft, and getting Blackman, I mean, people weren't happy with the pick, but I think Mekhi Blackman's going to be really good, man. 4th round, number 134 overall, defensive back Jay Ward. Now, Jay Ward is going to come in, and he's going to be a special teams wizard, but also I think that he's going to be a guy that's going to be a lot of fun. I think that it will develop into a future starter. I've been running with the 2s, but he is just a ball of energy, all heart and hustle, and he's a guy that when he's on the field, it's going to be tough to take him off. And the Vikings have a good problem on their hands where they have too many talented safeties. Harrison, Beasley, Metellus is going to be a big force on this defense. Lewis Sean's getting it. Theo Jackson's making plays. And then carry on, my Jay Ward son is in the mix as well. But luckily, the Vikings and Flores, they love using multiple safeties. And I think Jay Ward's going to make a name for himself, man. Like, you're going to see him popping off quite a bit on special teams and eventually on defense. 5th round pick, 141. Second pair of teammates, you got defensive tackle Jaquelin Roy. Now, he's been rotating in with the 1s. He's been looking super impressive in one-on-one spots as well. And with Roy, college production didn't sync up to his potential, and he's a player that's certainly in his ascendancy, and him figuring out what his role is going to be in the NFL, whether it's going to be as a pass rushing nose or a 4-tech, 5-tech, maybe a little bit of both. The Vikings and Flores are going to utilize his versatility, and again, sort of similar to Jay Ward. I mean, that LSU defense is pretty solid, but heart and hustle, just always getting it, and he's still growing into his body, man, and he is going to be just a man along the defensive line, something that the Vikings sorely need. Also in the 5th round, number 164, I got Jared Hall. So had some ups, had some downs, but certainly he's flashed enough where you're intrigued, where he's got that big-time arm, especially outside the numbers. You do like his... Yeah, he's an older rookie. He's 25, so he does already have a bit of a veteran presence there, and I think that he is a solid leader. He's got some mobility as well. He's a quarterback who can run. He's not a running quarterback, if that makes sense. But I think that the Vikings may have something in development here. I think that get him into preseason, let him put on a show a little bit against 2s and 3s, and then go from there. And then lastly, in the 7th round, 222, Dwayne McBride, UAB, a Russian champ, Blazer. And what's interesting is that he came in, Russian champ, a guy who only had 5 career receptions in college, but they are really pressing the issue. Of course, Kevin McCollum wants to throw the ball, and if you're going to be a running back in this offense, you got to be able to catch and pass protect. And they've been working on it quite a bit in individual drills. And McBride showing that he can catch. Like, it was just a function of the Blazers' offense last year. A handful of UDFAs. So wide receiver Thayer Thomas from NC State. He's had some solid grabs with the 2s and the 3s. Also, getting the snaps at punt return as well. But that does look like it's going to come down to Jalen Rager versus Brandon Powell. But Thomas, I mean, award-winning punt return at NC State. I think that he's a guy that could potentially hang around on the practice squad. A linebacker, Ivan Pace Jr., I mean, you don't want to overhype like a UDFA, but this guy should have been drafted. This guy has football instincts. He's got a great heart. He was drafted because he's 5'10" for an off-ball linebacker, but I mean, his sawed-off status could actually help him. I mean, Brian Flores talked about leverage all the time. He's got speed, he's got agility, he's got great instincts, he's got strength, and I think that he's going to be a future starter, and I think he's going to be a future star. I think that him being a pass-rushing off-ball linebacker is going to be used with aplomb by Flores this year. Slot quarterback Jalen Williams. So he raised a couple eyebrows because the Pride of Indiana came in to his training camp as the second-team slot cornerback ahead of guys like Mekhi Blackman, although obviously they're using Blackman. But I did have that tip pick 6. Thayer Thomas got lit up, and Jalen Williams took it to the house. And I don't know if he necessarily makes the 53, but it could be a spot where maybe they carry 6 corners, although that could be tough since they're probably going to at least carry 5 safeties, but certainly would be a high-end practice squad candidate, and then go from there. Tate Gowan also having a good camp. Kicker Jack Podlesny, where the whole thing about Greg Joseph last year is that he made the 61-yarder against the Giants. He had some key kicks, but I mean he missed tons of PATs and also some gimme field goals as well, and was always putting the Vikings' ass in a sling. And Podlesny has been nails 2 years back-to-back national champions with Georgia, and I think that this competition, it's actually going to be a competition. It's sort of like Ryan Wright and who the hell was it? The veteran. Oh, Greg Berry? Whatever, Berry. So the Vikings decided to go with the UDFA, the younger, cheaper option last year, even though I think it was relatively close. And then you got edge rusher Andre Carter II. High hopes for him, big-time guarantee, but he started camp on the PUP list and remains on the PUP list with a minor injury that he picked up apparently during OTA. So that's it. That's a look at the Vikings rookie class thus far throughout training camp. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Jordan Berry. Nailed it. But till next time, Skull Production Value.